on, Dobies. Dobies, come on. Come on, Dobies. Hey folks, it's Chef Kevin. If you're new, welcome to my channel. And if you're not new, well, welcome back to my channel. And tonight I'm making chicken tenders in adobo sauce. This is a nice, healthy meal. It's easy. It's a good weekday food. I'm just going to use one pot. And this is fairly healthy. I'll be using chicken tenders, so boneless, skinless, less fat. Some people say less taste, but there's going to be tons of flavor in this dish. So you can substitute anything you'd like. Legs, thighs. Of course, that's a little fattier, hence a little less healthy, but it is good. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the stuff here. There's not a lot of stuff here.
Something funny? No, nothing's, it's just that both those belts look exactly the same to me, I'm still learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh.
Okay, I'm going to be making enough for 4 people. These are my chicken tenders. That's about 1.5 pounds. I have some nice criminy mushrooms here. I have an onion, large onion, a head of garlic, although I won't be using a whole head. And then I have grapeseed oil for sauteing the chicken in, salt, pepper, the 2 most common spices in the world. I have fire roasted diced tomatoes here. Tomatoes are nice and healthy, good in antioxidants. And the peppers, the onion and the garlic are quite healthy as well. And here's what makes it adobo. Excuse me. These are chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. Now, adobo sauce is more like a Portuguese, Spanish type sauce. It's tomato based, and it usually consists of paprika and oregano and other spices as well. There's no set recipe. So these actually have jalapenos in them that have been smoked, and that's what makes it chipotle. So there's a lot of taste in here, a lot of flavor. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep my sauce. Watch how I do it. Alright, and that's a 12-ounce can of chipotles in adobo sauce. Make sure you always wash at least the top of the can off. I wash the whole can, because sometimes stuff drips down. Okay, so you can see the chipotle peppers. I don't think I'm going to use this whole can because there may be too much heat, but I'm going to use the food processor, and then I can come up with some sort of dish later that I can use the rest of these chipotle peppers in. Now this is good weekday food, but I don't think it's kid oriented. Okay, it has a nice consistency. It's not thin, but that's okay. That'll work. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is prep the onion. Here's my large onion, sliced about 1/4 inch thick. And then I have about 6 ounces of sliced mushrooms, and they're about 1/4 inch thick as well. Next thing I want to do is season the meat. Have my tray, my tenders, now this is also a healthy meal because I'm not using any animal fat, no butter. I'm not going to use any flour or cornstarch, that type of thickening agent. I'm not doing that. That's not really healthy. And you don't need it because you have the thickness of the tomato. Tomatoes are going to really make this nice and thick. If it gets too thick, I'll use a little chicken broth, thin it out. Now this is how I like to season my food, in a tray. This way the seasoning doesn't go all over the countertop and floor. So I'm just going to salt and pepper these. Now there's residual spices inside the tray, so just going to roll it around like that. I mean, these spices cost money, so there's no sense in throwing it away. Okay, we're ready to go here. So let's go to the range and start cooking this. I have a nice big pan here. I'm going to put a little grapeseed oil. Now this is for sauteing, stir frying, deep frying, sauteing and baking. You don't want to use an extra virgin olive oil for this situation. So I'm just going to saute these a bit and get some color into them, get the cooking process started here. And then I'm going to pull them out and then start the vegetables. So this will take about, they're small, so I'm saying like 3 minutes per side, that's all. So I have some nice color on those, and what I'm going to do now is just take them out. Okay, there's a fair amount of water from the chicken in here. So what I'm going to do is just drain that off, clean up that pan, and then start the the mushrooms. Nice clean pan. It's still hot. I just wiped it out with a paper towel. A little more grapeseed oil. I'm going to go ahead and put my mushrooms in there. I want to go ahead and try to take as much water out of these as I can. Mushrooms are like 95% water, so these are going to shrink down to pretty much nothing, but still going to have a lot of taste. So I'm going to saute those up and then throw the onions in next. This will probably take about 4 to 5 minutes. These mushrooms are browning off nice. Going to go ahead and add my onion. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of fresh crushed garlic. And add a little salt. A little bit more oil. Those mushrooms didn't even take 3 minutes to cook. I got the heat up pretty high. Okay, I'm going to stir this around pretty often. There is garlic in there, and I don't want the garlic to burn. But I do need those onions to cook down, sweat them down. So I'd say another 3 minutes. Okay, the onions have sweated down, as they say in the biz. Go ahead and add my fire roasted tomatoes. And that was a 28-ounce can. I'm cooking for 4. Going to add a big spoon here. This is about 1/3 of a cup of the chipotle in Adobe. Si, senor. Going to give this a little bit of a taste test here. I don't want to make this overly hot. Wow. That is good, but you know what? I'm going to add about another 1/4 of a cup anyway. Oh, it's got a lot of flavor to it. It's a little thick, and it's going to reduce even further. So I'm going to add a little chicken stock. Now you can use water, but why would you want to use water? Because water has no flavor. Okay, so this looks pretty good. I'm going to bring the heat down to a simmer. Right now it's pretty high. I'm going to simmer this for about 20 minutes. I mean, you know, these are small pieces of chicken and they don't have the bone on them, so they cook quicker. So I want to make sure I don't overcook this. I mean, even though it is in a sauce, it's very easy to overcook chicken breasts because of the lack of internal fat. So I'm going to monitor it, and if I think it's too thick, I'll add a little bit more broth, and I'm going to taste it occasionally. And if I think it needs more chipotle sauce or Adobe sauce, I'll add it, but I don't think it does. This is looking good. Okay, folks, so it's been about 20 minutes at a simmer. I'm going to go ahead and pull it. Okay, folks, so here it is served, and I'm serving it tonight with refried beans, sweet corn, and a little tortilla chips that was store-bought. Alright folks, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you've watched it to the very end. I need the airtime. My evening coffee. Okay, so yeah, if you like my show, if you like me, if you haven't already subscribed, then perhaps think about it.
How about new?
Hey guys, don't listen to Mr. Evil.
Dr. Evil. I didn't spend 6 years in evil medical school to be called Mr. Thank you very much.
Alright, Dr. Evil, whatever. Get off my channel.
Don't mess with me, I'm one crazy mofo.